Hello everyone, it's Jebro. Today we've got quite the video for you. It's going to be showing off the engineer skills for the spear. This was a Guild Wars 2 Twitch stream that happened live today. It was with CMC and Trig, working on the skills and balance, and I am pretty pumped. This is going to be engineer specific. You know where to come to talk about engineer. I told you I'm going to be making more videos. There's also no podcast right now. It's coming back when we actually have the beta to play all of these weapons, and I cannot wait for that. It's very soon. It's on the 27th. Wait, let me double check the date. I think it's on the Friday. Oh, it says the 27th, which is a Thursday, actually. Oh, the 28th. Anyway, that weekend. Very, very soon. And that is of June. So if you're watching this afterwards, and you're like, what are engineer spear skills? Well, these guys are going to take us through it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on the abilities as they go, and then I'll give you general thoughts as well. Really, if you're enjoying this video and you want to hit the thumbs up, and you also want to subscribe and comment, I would love to know what you're thinking about engineer, or what you're thinking about the other classes as well as spear, because it really helps the algorithm, helps get this video out to other people. I'm back on YouTube for Guild Wars 2, and I'm streaming Guild Wars 2 when I do stream as well. So getting heavily back into it where I can. I'm not making a ton of videos a week, maybe one or two, outside of the podcast, because yeah, I want it, and I miss it a lot. So we're gonna watch these guys.
NG.
First of all, I just want to comment on also these skills here. I don't know how placeholdery they are, so I think they're placeholdery, so just be very careful. I think this is the main initial art, but I'm going to listen to these guys talk and see how we go.
So NG is a lightning rod based weapon. You're going to be channeling a lot of electricity. It is going to be definitely a melee weapon. Has a decent condition focused, but it kind of like Thief Spear, it also has hopefully decent power numbers on it. So if you really want to play power Spear NG, it should be, it should be pretty decent.
There was a lot of burning on those skills. We'll get around to it.
Something we'll definitely look into to see the viability of both.
And bleeding.
But it does lean more into the condition role as a
Nice.
condition melee weapon. So you can start with the auto attack.
It did not give us that feel or vibe when you watched the trailer. But I did talk about bleeding, and I did talk about burning, and I did say it could be a condition weapon.
Just a simple
So I just can't contradict exactly what I said within the same sentence. Good job.
1, 2, 3. Does some conditions as you go.
Okay. Bleeding and vulnerability. Cool.
You can see here it mentions focused, which is part of the 2. The 2 is going to be a dash. Normally, and if you have a target in range, you'll dash and strike.
Oh, that's cool. Some mobility as well. Wicked.
And you can see it'll apply that buff to them, which means your target is focused.
Ah, okay. So it is a new thing specifically. It means it's focused if you have the buff above the head. Got it. That second ability, leap towards your target, unleashing intense energy in the area. If you strike them, your primary target becomes the focus of your other skills. If a focused target dies, this skill is refreshed. Focused target damage is more, unfocused is less. Focused target burning 2 stacks for each, but the damage is more for focus, obviously, and because the burning stacks last for longer, 2 seconds longer. It's actually a leap as well. That's cool. So combo finisher leap, of course, in those fields is always fun. If you do it into a lightning field as well, get some swiftness.
And all your abilities do additional things to focused enemies.
So this is it's not the same as Holosmith at all in terms of the burning, but we do have in terms of the bar and how you fill it up in terms of the thirds or the 50% and more. You do more damage or something changes or happens depending on which Holosmith abilities you take, etc., etc. So this is a little tiny bit like that, but not with energy, more just focused the buff specifically. So we want to make sure that's always on someone.
So if I focus this golem and then start auto attacking it, you'll notice I now apply vulnerability as well as part of my melee chain.
Nice.
So better cover Condi and just some vulnerability access, pretty good.
Okay, what did they do to focus there? Because I'm not sure.
I don't have a killable golem right now, but this ability comes as a fun when you like has a
Okay. Still focused.
reset when you kill someone with it. So in the open world, when there's a lot of enemies and the AoE is better, you know, you can kill someone, move on to the next.
So 2 applies the focused. Okay.
And keep going like that.
Nice.
This weapon has a...
Whoa. It's got double focus on it. It's got the double focus on it. So when you use the abilities, you can. It doesn't have to just be one target. Okay. Do they?
Decent amount of AoE abilities on it.
I wonder how many targets you can do with that. I mean, it says 5 here on the skill when you press 2, but that's just maybe the specific
AoE,
ability.
but also focus on one person. So here you can see that
Ooh, lightning rod. Prime your lightning rod to deal damage to nearby enemies. Focus enemies receive extra punishment. Gain charges for your electric artillery skill, which is the 5th skill, I believe. So focus target 190 damage, focus target vulnerability 2, vulnerability extra stack, charges per target struck, or okay, maximum stacks 12, number of impacts 8, duration 4 seconds. That's nice. Okay. And then electric artillery. Oh, is it on the same skill? It might be. Hurl your charged rod at a foe, immobilizing them. Foes take increased burning duration and vulnerability stacks based on a lightning rod's charge. Nice. Oh, this is going to be a sick PvP weapon.
I use the lightning rod. So it's a...
And then when it's charged, you get the purple icon there as well.
2-part ability. The first part, you're going to just like prime your lightning rod, damaging nearby enemies. It's going to apply vulnerability to people, and then if your target is focused, it's going to apply even more vulnerability. And you're also going to build up charges for each target struck. So I go here, then do that. You can see I'm building.
No, it's still when he dived in, it focused only one of them because that was the focus target.
It's basically fully charged, so I can reactivate to throw the lightning rod.
Damn.
And that's going to do more damage or more burning and vulnerability based on how many charges you had, and it's going to deal more raw power damage to your focus target.
That's awesome.
So do that, charge up, and then eventually you can throw it for some damage. And it's pretty cool because you can turn on the lightning rod.
So it looks like it's 12 stacks is the maximum amount of damage, which is what I'm gaining from this, I think.
And then swap into a kit, and then, you know,
yeah, 12, there you go.
There while it's charging, you have to sling your spear, and you can come back.
Oh, that's good. The tooltip above here tells you the stacks, and it tells you that this is ready. So if you're using something else as well.
To it charged.
That's cool.
And then use it like that.
The AoE as well, I said. Yeah, that's good. Look at that. That's going to be sick.
So the 4th skill will be
Rolling Skies. Charge the earth with electricity, launching focused foes and stunning others. Whoa, this weapon is whoa good.
Rolling Strikes is your CC ability, kind of like, it's kind of like a conal CC. You'll smack down and kind of electrify the...
That's a little bit like the pull on Staff Warrior. But you're not pulling, you're pushing away instead.
The earth, causing it to break up.
Also, what? The animation is sick.
You're going to stun people
wow.
if your target is focused.
Okay, all right. We need to calm down. 5411. Let's go here and watch the animation because it's sick. I'm sorry, Trig. That's 4th skill. Cripple, stun, knock down. Also does defiance, obviously, but boom. Oh man, what is that? That's earth, but it's also kind of like holographic-y, like very engineered. Like the earth comes up, but it looks like... I really want to pause this actually on the moment. I can't really zoom in or anything, but they look like blocks or something, like kind of very Hollow-Smithy-esque. I don't know though. Maybe not. Zoom in again. Do it again. That looks so good. All of the skills look really good. They don't look really loud as well, like a lot of the other skills do. But they, I mean, you know, that's pretty loud though. That animation is so cool. No, I think it's just the earth electrified. Although, it's very Hollow Smithy looking, isn't it? It's very cool. All right, let's go back to normal speed and actually listen to what they're saying.
Kind of like do a launch instead. So
Okay, let's
it's
go back.
kind of like a conal CC. You'll smack down and kind of electrify the earth, causing it to break up. And you're going to stun people, and if your target is focused, it's going to kind of like do a launch instead.
Nice.
So a bit better CC. So this is like kind of like you're engaged, you see somebody do that, and you can jump in.
So
Do all
good.
your stuff. Pretty cool looking ability. You know, if you see a group of enemies.
Oh my god, the group stun and the fact that it's conal. There isn't many conal CCs or stuns in the game as far as I remember. Other than the warrior one, I'm trying to think of other conal CC, because the other ones are like radio based mostly. Are they? Maybe there is. Maybe I'm just really being biased because it's engineer.
You can get a pretty big CC like that.
Probably.
And then we can go on to the 5 skill, the Devastate.
So that is not that attack. So technically it's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ish. So Devastate. Traverse the area and unleash lightning around you, directly targeting focused foes a number of times. Ton of burning. Oh man, Hollow Smith and this for the light is going to be so fun. Explosion as well. Oh, you can go into explosive trait line maybe. That could be cool. This could also work with Mechanist as well. Nice. Oh wait, I think they changed that trait. They may have. Repeatedly strike your foe, inflicting conditions. Lots of burning.
Where you're going to kind of leap at your enemies and then unleash lightning around you. Do it right here.
What?
It's a big lightning bolt.
Animation is so cool.
Big damage.
I think I need to stop that, but
and if your target is focused and they get hit by this, you'll kind of like mark them for even more lightning strikes. Do that.
nice.
You can see they get progressively hit more.
Ooh, that burning is
pretty good burning damage. So this is going to do a lot of
mean.
damage if you can manage to hit it on your focus target, and also just pretty good naturally if you hit anyone with it.
Blimey.
So that's kind of like the gist of the weapon. It's not too complicated. It does a lot of AoE damage. You want to get in there, hit people, and also focus the one target you want to take down, and make sure all your abilities hit on them.
So it's got AoE, but it's got more power if you hit a focus target. So it really does go between the two. And you've kind of got like 3 or 4 decent kind of AoE abilities as well. And like the thingy cleaves, obviously the spear does. So this is really good. Like condition damage heavily on burning. I think the bleeding is maybe from trait lines, but I need to go back and look at the skills. Maybe they'll show those, but all in all, this is obviously not a support weapon. This is a damage weapon, specifically with Condi. But you could also just argue that, yeah, you can just bring it so you can for CC, because there's tons of CC on it. Well, not tons. I mean, it's just really the one-ish. No, there's 2. There's 2 big skills which do CC. Blast finishes, etc., etc. I would love to use this with bomb kit, but I know that it's just not going to be viable because bomb kit is just like in PvE though, maybe, probably, potentially. They need to change bombs.
Have I missed anything, Cal? Do you think needs to be talked about the NG weapon?
I don't think so. It seemed like a. Dang, I didn't think of a funny pun that I could use for this one. Yeah,
It's
I think
shocking.
I don't know if it's shocking.
Right? Oh, okay. Oh, never mind.
Maybe a charged discussion. No, who knows?
I'm just gonna keep using this skill to show off like how amazing.
It's
Like,
so cool. Look at the animation of it as it
It's very
spirals up.
impressive.
It's so
Big shout out
good.
to the art
All
team.
of them.
Shout out to all the teams.
Shout out to
I was
all the
gonna do
teams that
this
work
part,
on
but I
spears.
forgot.
Yeah, shout out to all
Like,
the
it's
teams.
actually
Damn
crazy.
it.
All the teams that help with spears. Like, obviously Taylor and I are here talking. There's obviously other designers on the combat team that worked on these. Then we have the
Of course,
VFX
thank you
team,
for your
UI
work,
team,
legends.
engineering team. The editing team put up with all my outrageous names that we'll get to on Elementalist. So thank you so much, editing team. But
So good.
obviously, you know, production team keeping us on track. Couldn't do it without them. There's a lot goes into making games, guys, and it's not always obvious, but there's a lot of people you'll never hear of, or never see that
True.
we couldn't do it without.
I think that's all they. I think
Putting
they're
the
done.
rain,
Let's just double check.
dead in the middle of this. Obviously, you know, production team keeping us on.
Yeah, there you go. So let's go back to the beginning of this, and we're just gonna kind of play it from here. This was Warrior. Warriors is really cool as well. I think I just kind of watched it in the background, but all in all, I'm gonna try and stop it on some of the skills that they're using. You've got a ton of CC. You got a lot of condition damage with burning. Burning application looks really nice. It looks like it could be a really strong kind of roaming weapon in World v World as well. Now your defense is your CC, obviously. But that conduit surge, it's not a huge. Oh, 700 is actually not bad range, and it's not like you have to always have your target focus to be the most optimal as possible. Obviously, that's what you want to do, that to be as optimal as possible in raids and PvP, etc. And World v World, but you still do a ton of damage, which is wicked. So it's not like always, it's not massively huge, it's not hugely punishing you. It's not saying like if you don't do this, you're not going to get hardly any damage at all, because that would just be unfun. But this lightning rod skill as well is really cool with the spear parts kind of gathering around you as you go, and then when you build up the whole charge, the spear fully appears as far as I remember. So there's actually quite a lot of tells, and hopefully we'll get round to looking at seeing that animation as well, because the third skill, they're just showing you the first one right now. I'm probably not gonna get to that. No, sorry, second skill right now. That whole image, that as well, the focus thing is, I'm not sure about the visual for that, but I wonder why it's like that. Is it just an AoE circle? There you go. Okay, so this is the third skill, and it's charging up. Like we say, we want to get to 12 charges so you can get the most damage. You don't have to, and the charges mean that it's also fully formed. And then when you've got the fully formed thing, which is now, and that should be, it's 8 charges actually, or is it 12? Maybe it is 12. I just can't see. Oh, I think it was 8. So it doesn't fully form on the 12th charge. I think it's before. Interesting. I wonder why is that. I need to see it again without. There you go. Oh no, it got right up to 12 so quick because AoE wise, it's hitting more people and it's charging up more. So you charge up this weapon. So you really want to make sure when you're, to get the most damage out of the first skill, using that skill in a team fight in PvP or in World v World, if you're running fairly kind of tanky, you're running through people, and then you use that, you're going to get to 12 charges real quick, and you're going to be able to pop up a ton of damage as well as condition damage. Now the thing about this is, in World v World, like, it's only one condition, right? So it's going to easily be cleansed. And to be honest, the same maybe in PvP as well, but you will be applying it very, very often. That's my baby cat right there. She's here. She's here. Oh, I can't show you. I was going to show you her, but she's not letting me. So that's one thing. I really love the animation for this. One thing I think they've done very well with this spear, specifically on Engineer, is it's not too loud visually as well. I mean, it's still loud, but that's Guild Wars 2. It needs to be fairly. I think I've gotten over the fact that that's, just something that's going to be always the case. And it's really not that bad, actually. And when it gets to the point of really lowering down like visuals for for the graphics for enemy players or, you know, allies or whatever, like this is going to be really, really perfect. Really nice. Yeah, don't forget, obviously, if you're going to run a condition build, you want to run like, you know, kits and etc. that are going to help you with that. So obviously like grenade kit, burning, bomb kit, etc. Pistol. Not when we're talking about pistol, you've got spear. But anything else that can help you there would be massively awesome. The 4th skill is wonderful. Look at that animation. Oh, that's so good. The CC and stun, if you focus them, gives you the knockback. This is going to be really devastating on a point in PvP, for example. It's going to be pretty damn cool. This is really fun. Really awesome work, guys. Seriously. Whoever worked on Engineer, this looks like, if you compare it to Shortbow, I like Shortbow. It's fun to a degree, but it's not like, it doesn't feel great all the time. It just kind of is a little bit boring, and you just kind of switch into it all the time, like switch in and out of it. This feels like a weapon that I would use like and be more active with it in terms of making sure that I've got the focus on my enemy and I'm focusing them for the main damage I want to do, and just the synergy and everything else. Like, it just genuinely feels like a fun thing. Whereas, like, you know, the short bow, for example, which came with the latest weapon mastery for Secrets of the Obscure, doesn't feel fun in terms of animations and stuff. I actually feel like it was more fun before they changed it all, but it's still very similar, and it's still good. And I still use it most of the time, but this is wicked. This is so cool. Love it. I love the idea of putting it with a toolkit as well, because if you pull people in, you can also, you know, do a ton of that. Just CC people with the magnet. You can get a lot of focus down on them as well. So this is really fun. Looks lots of stun potentially with supply crate as well. It's going to be really fun in PvP. I know I'm not really playing PvP in Guild Wars too much because community is just bleh. But that's not everyone. You are great. But general thoughts, this looks really fun, and I cannot wait to play it on 27th or 28th of June for the beta test weekend. And then when it all comes out on August 20th, which is the expansion release day, of course. And I'm super pumped for this. I'm going to go and check the other classes and see how they are. I might do a video on Guardian and Necromancer, which are the other 2 classes I do play. So if anyone does want to see that, drop a comment below. It will even make me do it, probably. But I'm really pumped for this. I know we haven't done the general overall Elementalist Rev like Mesmus video like we did with the other trailers, but the next day they literally did this, so you can go and see what the skills are. So there's not really much point in giving my opinion on that right now. But I can do it when obviously we're playing and doing all the things. Otherwise, everyone, thanks so much. Cheers to you. I hope you have a great weekend. Make sure you get out for some Pride events this month as well. It's June 2024, so if you're watching this before or after, just do it the next time. It's okay. You won't be watching it before because that would be the past, and that makes life difficult. Anyway, go do the things. Like, comment, subscribe. I am really excited for this. It looks wicked. Cal, Taylor, legends. Good stream. Appreciate you. And I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.